Hey guys, my name is Joe and welcome to the 12th episode of the One Car Junkyard. And today we have something actually pretty cool, and it makes me go down memory lane in my junkyard career. And I wanted to let you know something. Remember the last episode with the 57 Bel Air, the guy found with Google Earth? Well, this was in the garage sitting right next to that 57. So he got a twofer. Remember guys, when there's one, there's more. Let me tell you the story about this particular car. This is a 57 VW Ragtop. Now, when I started my junkyard career, it was no more than my two cousins in Honolulu, Hawaii, and my uncle decided to open up a junkyard. And the thing that was really hot back then was Volkswagens, Volkswagen Bugs. They were cheap. You could buy speed parts for them. They were just a good entry level, SoCal hot rod, so to speak. Easy on gas, that type of thing. And the first thing, when I called them, hey, you guys are opening up a junkyard? They said, yeah, we are, man. We need Volkswagen bumpers, man. We can get $50 for a Volkswagen bumper over here. So maybe I can get you some bumpers. So I went to every junkyard and bought bumpers for $5 each. And I got an airplane ticket. And I went down to LAX. I had 6 VW bumpers tied up in duct tape. And I pulled up to the curb. And I asked the porters with the cool hats and the ties and everything. And I said, hey, man, can you get these on the plane for me? He said, for $10, I'll get them on the plane, young blood. And he did. Took him to Hawaii, got $50, made enough money to pay for my plane ticket. $50 each. Some guys check surfboards and golf clubs. I check Volkswagen bumpers. This car is exactly how we pulled it out of the garage, except for the stuff that was inside of it that's right over there. So I got to tell you, this is really a fun one for me because this thing brings back so many memories when I was a kid into Volkswagen Bugs. This is a rare bug. Some of the stuff on this bug was rare then, and to find it 50 years later is really cool. So first of all, it's got centerline wheels on it, okay? Those were like, they were just really cool. Guys like to put centerline wheels. They put centerline wheels on everything. They're like a Bonneville thing, and spun aluminum, 2-piece. They just really look cool and clean. See, it's got the big 5-bolt pattern. So let's go around here. These are cool. The turn signals that are the bullet turn signals on the fender, really cool. And look at this. It's got that's called the Wolfsburg crest, because these were made in, I guess, Wolfsburg, Bavaria, or Germany, somewhere in Germany. And it's got this Volkswagen die-cast logo. That might be reproduction, because they may have done them back in the day, but based on the tabs that are back here, I'm going to say it's original. These are called icebox handles, icebox door handles. And look at this thing. It is totally frozen in time in here. Still has the keys to the ignition, has a radio, looks like a factory radio. Get a kick out of these speed gauges. There used to be a company called Empy. Let me see if those are Empy gauges. No, they're VDO. That's a good brand. This is something I noticed when we brought it in. Probably for the first time in 40 years, I activated the Ragtop mechanism. It works perfectly. Okay, guys, you all know that this is incredibly rare, and to have one that actually still operates is just unheard of. But, see these stainless steel rails, and this drip rail up here is usually rusted out. It's not. The latching hole for the lock is still there. This is really cool. Okay, guys, let's look at the back of this bug. It's got a couple of cool things going on. 40 years ago, everybody was begging to find what's called the W hood. The W hood with a Durante nose. A lot of you guys weren't even born yet, but Durante they call it because of Jimmy Durante. He was a famous comedian in the 40s. They called him the schnoz, so they said that looked like his nose, so that was called a Durante nose. This is a typical hot rod trick. Somebody's louvered the hood. I've been doing that basic hot rod trick for years and years and years. That's to, vent the excessive heat that this monstrous 100 horsepower engine's putting out. Now look at these taillights. The ones that are even rarer were called the heart-shaped taillights. And they had a piece of like a heart-shaped glass on the top, and those are super rare. If this car came with those, it would have been unheard of. But I remember scrounged up enough money to go to New Zealand one time and went and searching for some parts and got a pair of these things. And I brought them back to Hawaii to show the guys, and they were like, holy crap, this might as well be, the Ark of the Covenant, very, very rare. Well, this is typical of a little, bolt-on hot rod build that kids would do back in the day. The first thing I'm going to look and see what case it has. It's got an H case, number H, and I think, and I probably stand corrected, I think that was for a 1500 engine. Guys are putting all kinds of engine parts together and just putting it to get anything to run, but that's an H case. We got the index pulley. These things came with 6-volt generators, but this has got a 12-volt system on it. See, it's got the Bosch a voltage regulator. It's got an external oil filter, which is, pretty cool. One thing that's actually pretty cool is see the dipstick? It doubles as a temperature sensor, so you got an oil temp gauge on the dash. It's got the good old Holley carburetor. That was your typical hot rod build. Put a Holley carburetor on it and tear up the streets. This says it all right here, an oval window. They were rare then, and they're even rarer now. And to find one 40 years later after it was parked is really, really cool. A couple of things I forgot to point out was the Let's Boogie floor mats and the Hurst shifter. You can really bang gears in a Hurst shifter. Look what's really, really cool here, guys. Look at this cardboard cover that covers the backside of the instrument panel. It's completely intact. These things are usually rotted. That's awesome. And then we got the huge Volkswagen gas cap. Wow, that's clean inside. No rust. And the other thing is these, where the spare tire sits down here, it's not rusted at all. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get it up in the air and see if there's any other cool goodies underneath this 57 Ragtop. Okay guys, here we go. Everything looks pretty intact under here. This is important, I remember, for these Volkswagen. You got to have the tin on these things since it's an air-cooled engine. You have to have that on there because you got to direct the air that the fan shroud's pushing to make the engine run cool. Let's see, got some special shocks on it from back in the day. There's a hole where the battery goes, or is it on the other side? Well, the fork is blocking it, but there's a hole in the floor pan where the battery rusts out. This is something really, really cool here. It's got what's called a selector drop. Okay, remember these they have torsion bars in here. It's a torsion bar suspension, and you would cut one of the torsion bars and weld these brackets on there, and you could literally drop the front of the car and make it look more aerodynamic. It's called a selector drop. No rust here in the body. Pretty intact. This has got the racing exhaust. See, the exhaust pipes, there's a dual exhaust that would come out of each of these cutouts in the rear valence. But I think they made so many of these different aftermarket muffler systems, but this is what guys would put on there to get a little more horsepower out of them. Just made them noisier. Okay guys, the original owner of this was kind enough to cram this bug full of, extra parts. So let's see what we got. Got some gaskets. What's in here? Not sure exactly what that is. Extra rear view mirror. Extra side view mirrors. See, they'd fit right here, or you could turn it around and do it. No, that's passenger driver's side. Looks like they're both driver's side. Headlight covers. And see, those are Hella's. Hella's a manufacturer that was on all German cars, essentially. Mercedes, Volkswagen. Let's see if these are Hella's too. Yep, see, Hella. Hella lenses, Hella glass. Hella expensive now. Okay, here we got the factory shifter. Remember, this guy upgraded to a Hurst shifter so he could really bang those gears. Fender welting. Ooh, electric fuel pump. A lot of guys switched to electric fuel pump when they converted to 12 volt. These things burned up more bugs, okay, because they would just catch on fire. I mean, when I was a kid, you drive around town and you'd always see burned engine compartments where they would catch on fire and they'd keep them running again. But this burned down more Volkswagen bugs, an electric fuel pump. set of hubcaps. I remember I had a Combi in Hawaii and the brakes locked up on me, and I got it home and all 4 of the wheels were smoking, and for whatever reason I decided to pull the hubcap off with my bare hand, which was a stupid idea, and I lacerated all 4 of my fingers all at once. I had stitches on every one of my fingertips. Still have the scars to the day. So again, this is going down memory lane, guys. Thanks for going along for the ride with me. Oh, this is cool. The original jack. And is this, I'm not sure if that goes with the bug or not. Not sure. Anyway, door panels, a lot of goodies, a lot of goodies. Okay, guys, so thanks for coming along for the ride on the 12th episode of the One Car Junkyard featuring this 57 Bug Ragtop. I usually don't do this, but the gentleman who let me use this vehicle said, hey, it's going to be for sale. So it may not be for sale by the time you see it, but if you're interested in it, shoot me a message and I'll put you guys together. A documented Southern California car, right here. So the verdict on this is it's way too valuable to crush. It's just an absolute collector's car. It's an iconic Southern California little bug, a high performance bug, and guys love these things. So it would be a travesty to do anything else but put it in the loving hands of a new owner. Thanks again, guys, for coming down memory lane with this 57 Volkswagen Ragtop. Had a lot of fun with it. This is the type of car I cut my teeth in the junk business, and really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next episode.